Hello everyone. So today we will be looking into how you can deploy your Compose web application to GitHub pages. So here we have a Compose multi-platform game which is called Asteroid. So it was initially developed by Sebastian Agner for Compose desktop, and I did support for the Android desktop, not desktop but for iOS and web. So today we will be looking into how we can deploy that, but before that let me run that. So it's already running locally. So if we refresh that and we click on play, so there are different asteroids that we can shoot it, right? And we can play it again, and we can interact and like, so this is a game that we will be deploying to GitHub pages. So let me show you the code. So if we look into the code, the project structure, so it is same as other multi-platform applications. So we have Android module, we have desktop module, we have web app, and we have iOS app, and then we have shared. So all the UI is in the shared module, in the common module. So this is from where our application starts. So now if we want to deploy our web application on the GitHub pages, so for that we need to compile the code like the same as we do on Android, that we compile the whole code. So here if we look into the Kotlin browser, so there are different tasks that we can run. So for creating the deployable resources, so we have the JS browser production web pack, and then we have the JS browser development web pack. So the development one is used for development purposes. It is very fast. It compiles it, the task, the Gradle task run very fast, but it is not optimized, and the package size is uh, big, but as compared to the production one. So the production flow takes a bit of time, but once it runs, so the code is really optimized and the packages are small. So we will run this Gradle task, and once that is done, so it will create files in the distribution. So in the web app we have built, inside build we have distribution, and inside distribution we have the production executable, right? So what we can do is, let me delete that, and we can run the app, the this Gradle task again. And if we want to deploy our application on GitHub pages, so for that we need to enable pages. So we will go to our repository and then settings, and inside settings we have pages here. So if I click on that, so here we have the source, like from where we will be deploying, and then we have branch. So whenever you push something, so the GitHub, there is an action that runs. So we will be targeting our master branch for this. And now whenever you 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 make a push, so the GitHub search for the index.html page, and from there it loads the application. So here we need to identify, we need to select from which folder we want to deploy. So we can do that from the root, and we can also do that from the docs. So we will be doing that from the docs. So let's go back, and now as the Gradle task is done, so we have distribution, right? Production executable. So we need to copy all these resources and create another, in the root we need to create another directory called docs, because the GitHub pages will be loading the application from here, and we need to paste all the generated resources here, right? Add. So if we look, so we have the index.html, and inside that we have asteroid app.js, and from here it will be running the whole application. So let me uh, commit and push these files. Commit and push anyway. Once the push is done, so when when there is a new push to the master, so our the action will get triggered and it will deploy the application on the GitHub pages. So it's being pushing because it's around, I think, 8 MB or something like that. So now let's go to the actions page, the action section. So here you can see that an action is running. So first it will build and after that it will deploy. So the build is in progress. And we can also, like, if you want to customize your page, right, if we go to the page and if you want to have a custom domain, so there are different options that you can do. So you can also customize that. Also do remember that the app that we are deploying, so it doesn't it is not loading any resources from the local resource folder. But when you are loading something from the resources folder, so in that case, when you are running your application locally, so it will be pointing to your root directory. But in case of deploying that on the GitHub pages, so it won't load because you need to update the path. So keep that in mind. So now it is deploying and now it is done. So here we can see that we have 11.2 MB GitHub pages, and now you can see that it's been deployed on the GitHub pages and we can play the game. So that was all regarding deploying your application on GitHub pages. Thank you very